We're going to take a look at oil now, and Venezuela is sending 2 supertankers filled with oil across the oceans to Singapore. A glut of oil there means the tankers are being used to store oil offshore because onshore facilities are full. However, this move could be costly if oil prices continue to fall. Patrick Falk reports.
It's become a common sight for morning bathers at Singapore's East Coast Park. Dozens of oil tankers lining the horizon. Many of them have been here for weeks. They're storing oil offshore, and there hasn't been this much in Southeast Asia supply in 5 years. Close to 50 million barrels are waiting to land. This map here gives you an idea of just how bad it's been. The red dots show all the anchored and slow-moving tankers off Singapore's coast.
Our assessment is that global oil markets are still oversupplied, and in the short term, these supply disruptions did really result in effective cuts in global supply. But we think in Canada we're talking about around 1 million barrels per day, and similar between Venezuela and Nigeria combined. That compares with an increase in stocks of oil of around 170 million barrels since the beginning of the year only. So looking forward, we think that there is still downward pressure on prices.
Storing oil can be profitable so long as future prices are high enough to offset tanker charter costs. This type of trade play is known as contango, but with onshore facilities almost full to the brim, ongoing charter costs are likely to eat into any profit, and it could only worsen the supply glut further down the line.
It really depends on the timing of when they will release the oil, because that could disrupt the market again by adding more supply, and it could take some time for prices to recover.
Analysts say there's still far too much physical crude going around for the supply glut to be over, but prices have risen steadily since April, and many investors are eyeing a stabilization of oil markets. But judging by what's happening here in Singapore, it could be some way off before that happens. Patrick Falk, TRT World, Singapore.